Traders, guys. It's Friday. It's the 2nd of December, and welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, it's going to be a solid green day. It's going to be one of our better green days in quite some time, right? Quite a while. Man, XPEV was the one, and we did well on it, man. We did well on it. Let's come down here to the main screen and take a look. You can see my charting is all marked up from the endless trades that I took on this stock. Let's get rid of those for now, and let's just watch on the 5-minute and the 1-minute here at the candlesticks, right? Let's just take a look at the candlesticks. This thing went from a low of 10.08 to a high of 12.88 without hardly, pulling back. And the thing that I like the most about it is that the pullbacks were pretty mild. From 31 to 05, 25 cents. From 66 to 30 cents. We didn't really see a lot of flushes, random flushes. And so, we were able to retain our gains and just continue to add on. Unlike yesterday. Yesterday we took 3 20-cent losses throughout the day. And when that happens, it's near impossible to retain the good gains. And so we said it, we felt like we got a little unlucky, but we're going to come back the next day and just look to keep it up. Right now, it's been all about, hey, come in and trade freely. You're already a great trader. You're already managing risk exceptionally well. Just stop holding back. Stop hesitating. Stop second guessing. In grade school and university, they say, hey, your first instinct is usually the best instinct. And that's what I've been doing these last 4 days. And over these last 4 days, it's been pretty good results to this point. We're 3-1. And, even on that red day that we traded okay. And so yesterday happened. Now today, the day before, we're going to keep this up, right? We're going to keep this up, and we're just going to keep trading freely. So to jump into the trades, this thing starts to rip here. And initially, I actually wasn't watching it right away because I was watching other watch list stocks such as RMED in the first couple of minutes of the day here. RMED, which gave a bit of a bottoming wick, rips up, but wasn't able to continue pushing. And then TOPS, which ended up failing and having a hard time. I got kind of, if you want to use the word fortunate, that I didn't lose big, because I'm pretty sure I was in 7,500 shares on this red candle. Let's see. Show trades. Actually, no. Was it this stock? What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something else. RMED? Hold on. Maybe I'm going crazy. I may be. It's been a long day. Let's check it out. I thought I took 7,500 shares somewhere. Maybe not. Wow. That probably will explain things. What I probably might do here is go to the live stream, because I really thought I took a huge position. Maybe my share size wasn't set. I actually need a bit of a refresher, so let's pull up the live stream and let's mute the audio here so we don't have any feedback. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, right? Even myself, I'll hit the thumbs up. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Now let's jump forward here to the action. So TOPS, here we go, RMED. Okay, see? I thought I had 2,500 share blocks selected. It seems like I only had 500. So maybe I got a little fortunate there, because look at this. All right? It's no wonder I didn't lose big. Watch this. It's going to come down here. Alright, it's going to come down. I'm going to buy 25. I'm going to buy 20. I think 22 I was aiming for on that last ad. So I thought I was in 7,500. I'm only in 1,500. This is quite fortunate, because 7,500 with an average of 27. Right here I'm down 750 already. Right? Yep, I would have took a decent loss. I would have lost like seven. Let's say 600. That would have been a $600 red start, and I thought I was down like 600. It looks like I got a little fortunate. Yeah, so that was TOPS. But anyhow, let's skip ahead, or rather RMED, or no, yeah, RMED. This thing, man. This thing. Let me see something here. It is such a blur to remember how the day really played out. So TOPS, the day started with a flat trade there, and it looks like I traded RMED off screen. Okay, that explains a lot. And I want to believe that the level 2 glitching is what really got me here, because I thought I was in this entry at 402. Turns out that I was filled at 413. Man, there's been a lot of lag recently. I want to show that trade actually. Not going to get too much into level 2, but I want to show that trade. Let's see here. Live stream, YouTube Studio. I have it uploaded to YouTube, so I'll pull it up. It's not published though, but you know, I can still view it. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. It's Friday, right? It's Friday. We don't need a recap. That's to the point. We can sit here and really do our analysis and make sure that we're, you know, looking good. So let's take a look at that first trade on level 2 on RMED to get green, and then we can see the glitch where, you know, we can see the glitch why I didn't really hold and where I was trying to buy, or it could have just been a lot of buyers were coming in at the time that I was looking to go long, and you know, maybe the bid and ask spread opened up like crazy. So here we go. RMED, watch right here, 95 by 96, right? Left hand side of the screen. 97, 95. I think I started to notice it here pretty soon. 95, there's 4 on the ask, there's 4. 95 by 4. Where's that trade? Okay, so there we go. I'm finally noticing it. Let's see. So I didn't buy it right over 4. I checked the low first. You see this? Yep, and you see that's what got me. Look at this. I'm buying. Man, this is always annoying. I'm looking at the ask price when I'm buying here, but look at the bid price, and so my level 2 is lagging. It's like in the moment that I tried to buy, other people started buying. And maybe it means I needed to be slightly quicker on getting in, you know? So it's still not updating. And I'm looking at the ask prices. I'm getting long. So right here, I think I'm in at 405, the highest. It doesn't really catch up. Like, on, you know, so I'm actually in at 12 or 13. And this is where I kind of, you know, called the Lord's name in vain. So that you know, gotta still work on that and try not to do it. But man, like, what was that, you know? Like, my level 2 is failing me miserably in these moments. Like, why in the world is the bid price above the ask price here? And it's taking so long to update. Jeez. I'm in at 12 when I thought I was in at 03 to 05, the highest. And so you see it's pushed up to 20. It's pushed up to 20 by 21, and even here it's still kind of laggy. I didn't sell immediately because I thought this was gonna squeeze. Look at this pivot here, VWAP pivot area. I thought it was gonna rip through 25, 30, and maybe even get up to 40, up to this range up here. So as we get back to 20, let's see. I don't know, the level 2 isn't really updating, so it's hard to tell where exactly I was selling. 21 by 23. It seems like I'm selling around 21, but on the ask price, it's not. Like, this unrealized P&L is usually measuring against the ask price. So the ask price is probably already down at like 19 right here. I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. You know, the level 2, man, it is failing me so bad. It's a problem. It is a problem. Man. And I think this thing holds up, you know. Let's see, pulls back. I thought about getting back in, but, you know, didn't take the order on the bids. I would have had to buy the bids there at 12. My level 2 is still kind of shaky, and before you know it, the stock is at 40. Man, this is kind of frustrating though, you know. So already the day was a great day, yes, but I'm already seeing that if my instruments are working properly, maybe I could have even done better. Who knows? Maybe I'm back in at 12 if everything is actually working well. Maybe I'm back in at 12. Maybe, you know, but that's how it goes. I'm not going to complain too much about it because it did seem like maybe I was buying slightly late for the break of 403, 402. I should have been in sooner to guarantee that lower fill, but it sucks. So yeah, moving on. That's it for level 2, by the way. Right now, we're just going to look at the charting. RMED. You know, what happened? I bought the bids coming down. Oh, well, okay, we went over that. I bought 3 times, and that's where I had the loss. So I switched over to XPEV. You can see it's already well in the way of its big, beautiful move here. And this is the baby pullback, right? You know, a bit of a like micro entry here. So it's on the 5-minute chart. And so we had a high, we dipped down for a quick low, and now it's curling back over high of day. So you might say, hey, Relentless, what was your entry? 5-minute candle to make the new high. 1-minute candle to make the new high. I'm in at 80. And this thing had some incredible follow through. It's holding above 80 there. I didn't add because it was so, you know, I was so new and fresh to the stock. I think if I'm trading all along, I definitely would add 82. Sell half around maybe 85 and then look to hold the rest. So I'm in, and you can see I bought back for break of 90. So my average is now 84. It's pushing 95. I'm scaling out as it's going, scaling out. And so let's see. It dips down to 85 and I didn't take it. I wanted it lower right there, you know, let's say 82 again. Didn't dip that low. I'm back in for break of 11. You guys know me. I'm no stranger at buying high and selling higher on the breakout trades. This is what I first started trading, you know, doing. So once it comes around and, you know, I'm trading freely, I'll go for it. You know, that's the key. I got to keep trading freely. Normally, I'd be saying, man, like, you know, because the market has been so weak, I'd be saying, you know, last month all I was doing when this would happen is that, man, the market has been so weak. Do I really want to trust this up so high? It can flush down. It can flush down, but at the end of the day, it's giving the entries that I would usually take in a hot market. Just take it and live with the results. That's all I'm telling myself. Take it, live with the results. So it's still going. I think it's going to pull back here at some point. Or did I take another high of day entry at 15? I'm just scalping the highs. I'm in high. It's going higher. I'm selling. It's pushing. It gets up to 25, 30. And it just wasn't slowing down. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to continue to try and scalp the highs. And right here, did we see a pullback? 14. So we saw the first pullback right there. And I'm in at 22. So I gave back profits, by the way, trying to catch the pullback. So I maybe could have sized down here, which is what I've mentioned throughout the live stream. So watch this. 20. I think I tried to buy 20 here, and it flushed as I was buying. Yep. I thought it was holding 20, and it goes lower. Watch this. I see the red coming in, and I tried to sell immediately for a 1-cent loss. Because the moment I bought, I saw, uh-oh, it's not going to hold 20. It might drop all the way down to $11, maybe even $10.95. So let me get out with a tight stop and get back in. But look at the slippage here, right? That's me trying to sell for a 1 cent loss. And level 2, if you're watching at level 2, the bids are already down. The bids are already down, you know, probably to like 13 or 12 right there. So I take a loss. It wasn't a terrible drop though. And I might have took another loss in there. Let's see. So I'm back in at 20. Oh, yeah, this was a great trade. So okay, I'm out. You can say I'm out somewhat prematurely, but I thought the drop off would have been a little bit deeper than just 12, right? So I'm in at 20. I'm out. It goes to a low of 12, and this is one of those areas where I'm selling, and where I'm selling is actually where I should have been buying, right? Down here, 12, 13, 14. So I sold right into the last dip. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when that happens. But anyhow, it pulls back here, and there's a 90,000 share buyer. So that's why I took 5,000 size here. Man, I tell you, the days are gonna come where I do this, and then I'm gonna see green on the tape, and I'm gonna buy again, go to 10,000. I think that's where I'm gonna take the 10,000 share positions. I'm gonna go to 10,000 here, and 40 is gonna come, and I'm gonna hold, and we're gonna see good trades. I sized up for the occasion, but unfortunately it didn't bounce. A bunch of red was going through on that seller. I'm like, nope. You're buying 90,000 shares here. You can gladly have the 5,000 that I just took. I'm gonna take a loss in those shares. Yep, but take those take those shares, because this might drop all the way down below 12 before it tries to bounce again. So I'm back out. But you see how tight it holds right there? It ended up holding 20. So you can say again, Relentless, you're out prematurely. I'm selling at 20. What does it do? It holds 20. All of those 90,000 shares were filled and gone. But maybe somebody else was buying a hidden order as well. But I didn't know, so I thought it was going to come down, maybe test 12 or go below 12. And I guess it does here eventually, right? So once it breaks below 12, I'm like, all right. I'm buying. I think the 5-minute candle has a big topping wick, yes, but I think it's still kind of bullish. So I'm taking the dip. Now, what I'm hoping is that this just does not flush, because, you guys know, sometimes this will go from 11.06 down to 10.50. And guess what? I'm the guy who's down 50 cents, $1,200 red day instantly. Instantaneous, it'll happen. So the flush is always the risk. If it chops me out for 10, 20 cents, it's not as bad. It'd be down 250 to 500, but the main thing is to not get caught in a flush. So this thing starts to curl. We're in there, we're unwinding, and you can see it went all the way to high of day actually. So imagine if, like, sometimes you just need the things to align. Imagine if that buyer came at 07 and we broke below 12. I already took 2,500. I just said, you know what? This is a perfect place for the pullback. Let me size into it. That's where, for me, I can really get those big positions, But we got to still take the big positions as long as the trade is looking good. So we're in here. We're still holding 500. It's going. We're going to take it off. I thought it was extended there. And so I looked to get back in lower. And it's what we just, kept doing throughout the entirety of the move. It pulls back. I'm in small size. Looks like I caught a good trade here. I'm in small size. I don't remember if I added here. I hope I did. Well, I added small size to 1,000. It goes up. Actually, let's let that play. So I'm at 31. I wonder if I knew I had 500 shares selected and it rips up fast and I take it off the table. I don't know if I knew or not, but that was a great trade regardless. So you can see, if I'm using 3,000 share blocks, or maybe even 5,000 share blocks, that's how the day can then go from $2,500 to $7,500 day. With 5,000 shares, if I select this option here, 5,000, and I take these same exact trades, the stock was liquid, the float was high, and so, I could have been able to be in and out just as quick with that same type of size. Maybe slightly more slippage, but I don't think it would have been such a huge difference. So that's how, you know, with just pressing a button, you could double and triple the gains. But anyhow, it goes up, right? We're going to try and be more aggressive for next time. I did size up at some point, but it was late into the move. You know, I'm back in at 57. I think at this point I should have already, like, you know, hey, Relentless, come on. It's just going. It's just going. Just size up on it. Okay, and I guess, okay, so, you know, at this point where I did punch up to 3,000 shares. And so I wanted a bit of a pullback entry here. I believe the highs were at 1160s on this last candle. So I wanted a little bit of a dip, but it didn't quite come. It went to a low of 75. It went to a low of 75. It didn't pull back enough. I jumped in for break of 90. This was a good entry here. In at 90. It only hit a high of 94. Stopped out scratch. So I sized down again. Let's see. Right here, I think I'm going to add to 3,000. So I'm in. What I decided to do at this point was go to 1,500 and add. Because if I get caught in a flush, at least with the first half, it's not going to be as big of a loss. Because I was assuming we were going to get a dip right here. But the dip never came. And I forgot to size back up. But anyhows, did I get the break of 12 here with 3,000? So we got 94 in the bids. Let's see. 94. So as it's ripping through 12, I'm adding, right? So I'm in at 95. Can we see the break of 12? I'm adding for break of 12. I'm in 3,000, average 97. Can we see 1210, 1220? There's 02. It's not, and I even, like, when I'm looking at the level 2 right here, I saw immediately it's not ripping. It's not ripping. So I just took it off. It's back, and you see how fast it's back to 92 right there. Did I get this pullback here at 60s? Oh yeah, this one was a mess though. This was a messy pullback for me. I'm in at 70, and I stopped out. This one was a mess. I stopped out. You see how it comes down to my trend line that I had here to the penny, and I stopped out. I didn't give it enough room, and because of that, I'm gonna miss this sequence here where it does break 12. I'm scalping still, but it would have been nice to catch the, you know, the 20. It'd have been 40 cents from those lows actually. You know, but we scalped our way. This thing gave scalp opportunities. There's 18. We'll fast forward a little bit more for time. So it gives a quick micro pullback, and then it keeps going. So, you know, that was the main thing on this stock. That was the main thing. It just kept going, man. On the pullbacks, you know, I did recognize it was very extended at one point. So I was trying to be a little bit careful on the pullbacks. It looks like we caught a decent trade somewhere in here. You see, look at that, 6,000 share position, man. So I got aggressive. Let's see. So the low here was at 1222. And I'm in at 1222 exactly. And now I'm watching for the move and extension to the upside. I think I added for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high right here. Yep, I did. I took 2,500 shares there at 30. So my average is now 28. And let's see how it does here. It rips to 35, 38. And I thought we were going to take 50. So I added again. Can we get aggressive and can we rip through 50 here? So I'm in 3,500. Let's see. Man, this is that's very aggressive. It's kind of high. You know, looking back at it, this is I don't know. You see, it's always better to just be in this position, the 6,000 shares low, right? But okay, I'm watching the level 2. It seems like it's gonna break. I'll cut myself a little bit of slack, but I don't know. I'd prefer if my entry was before 40 for the last add. Can I add it at 39 or 40 exactly? I added 46 for breakthrough 50. But what if somebody decides to sell 100,000 shares in the market? 50, it's not going. It's not going. It's not ripping through. So I take it all out. Take it all out. Take it all out. It's not a great trade because my average is 44. Or what is it, 40? My average is 40 and we're at 47. If it was a smooth break of 50 and I gave an extension to like 58, 60, then it would have been a nice trade. You know? I wanted to see that move, man, but it just was not coming. It was not coming. And look at that, 54 as I'm selling, and then immediately 40, 42 on the bids. And right back down, and this is exactly what I'm saying. It's like buying so high, it's just always risky because the breakout, when it goes, is good. But when somebody decides to sell, like somebody just did right here, and you're in 6,000 at the highs, and the stock is going down, you're taking the, it's like falling on your face. So it is risky, and then it curls right back up. Did it go immediately? So I'm trying. It didn't go that time. I think I'm going to try again. Okay, so over 55. I tried to buy 51 here, but it broke so aggressively that I got the high fill. Watch this. 50. Now buying is going through. Watch how this candle jumps up here. Right, 49, 50. It's moving up. I tried to catch 52, but not quite. You can see it's jumping up, it's jumping up, it's jumping up, it's jumping up. Not that aggressive. So sometimes you see them more aggressive, right? So I'm in at 55, and I'm like, okay, can we see a push to 70 here? Because we just broke resistance, and now can we just, pull away? I take some off up top, holding 1500. Can we see 70, 75? It pushes to 68. I added. I don't know if I got a high fill. It looks like I got 50. No, 60. It looks like I got 60. It looks like I got 60, like 62, 63. But I'm looking for 70, and it's not really ripping through, so I kind of stop out flat right there. It does get to 70 and 75, 76. And right here, I told myself, man, you should have held it longer, because this is the thing with also when you add high. You're so in close to the market price, you don't really feel as comfortable to hold long. And so, right here, I kind of was like, you know what, it's not really going, but I also didn't give it enough time because look at the position that I had. All right, let's go back. I'm in, where's the ad? I'm in 2000. Looks like I sold 500 very early. I'm in 2000, but if I give this a chance, it pushes up to 85. I could have been unwinding for another $200 to $400 winner potentially. And then 88. So I'm in at 73. It looks like I was in 78. I sold, I came back in lower. First 1 minute candle to make the new high. No, it comes lower instead. I'm in at 71. Is it gonna hold? And okay, so I remember I realize this is the third 5-minute pullback. So 1 red candle, 2 red candle, 3 red candles. And I'm like, oh, let's stop out of this. So I ended up setting a stop and I just came out break even. And I think it might have sold off from there, to be honest. The third pullback, man. The third pullback is always something. So let's watch this XPEV. Yeah, look at that. This thing sells off right on the third pullback. Now, the third pullback alone is not a good enough reason to go short, of course. Yep, I mean, look at that, man. That is beautiful. The third pullback. It's strange to look at it and it's like, why did it decide to fail here and not here or even down here? I don't know. We never will know. Some will go and some will not. But it rips up, it dips down, and imagine if you were like a great... I mean, some people are really great short sellers, but I don't know if they would have noticed it to get short up here. Unless there's a daily level that I might be missing. That could be all the next thing. Not really seeing any levels though that are obvious. What was the high? 1288. Let's put a trend line. Let's put a trend line at 1288 all the way, over here. Edit. Just to see if anything is like aligning with that. Yeah, I don't know why I don't see anything obvious. I don't see anything obvious. $18. Why is 1288 the number? Do we want to say it filled the gap to this level here? So we got 1286, 1269. On that day we had 31 million, and then on this day we had 28 million. Well, this one has just been trading high volume all along. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it tomorrow, Monday. Yeah, so XPEV, and yeah, guys, that was it for today. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. 30-minute recap here, a little longer. But, it's Friday. It's great to help us study up a little bit. And we'll be back Monday morning, just looking to trade freely, looking to follow rules, looking to be disciplined. And we will see the results. I'm looking forward to the day, man. It's always a good day. I'm always following my rules. That's all I can ask myself for. Whether we have a really great P&L or not comes down to the follow-through from the market. And, can we navigate and avoid those flushes? So it's been Relentless Trader, guys. If you're a new viewer, consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Everyone watching on, hit that thumbs up if you're watching to this point, of course. I am, of course, signing out.